What's up YouTube, it's your man MC Seth here, coming at you from the spare room. This time we're going to be talking about 15 different POD sites that you can use to get yourself started in the POD world. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So for those of you who don't know, I'm MC Seth, DJ Seth, Seth, Joseph, whatever you want to call me, it's fine. I run the Serial Carnage YouTube channel, and I give tips and tricks and tutorials about how to make your POD site as good as it can be. And this time we're going to be talking about 15 different print-on-demand websites that you can use to get yourself started in this print-on-demand world. So I'm just going to flick you over to me webpage here, where I've got a few listed up the top there, as you can see. We're going to start with Teespring. Now, I'm not on Teespring myself, but there is a lot of print-on-demand sellers making a lot of money on Teespring. They've changed a few things recently, and I think they're going through a brand change at the moment to call themselves just Spring. And there's been some changes with the marketplace, but the boosted network, I believe, is still there. Basically, it's a print-on-demand website where you can upload hoodies, t-shirts, and all that basic stuff that you've got with print on demand. I'm not going to go too much into detail about each of these websites because there's just tons of information on every one of them, and a lot of it is the same. So, you know, moving on quickly, we're going to go on to one of the big boys. This is RedBubble. I use this quite a lot. I've got about 750 odd designs on here, I think, and it was a priority for me. It's no longer a priority, but I do still upload all of my designs there. I haven't in the recent couple of weeks because there's been some sort of mass suspension going on, and I don't want to get, you know, my account suspended, have to go through that process. So I'm just holding out for a minute. I'm still designing, but it's basically the same as Teespring. You can upload onto, I think, 93 or 94 different products, including like t-shirts, duffel bags, you know, the basic stuff. It's all there. So moving on to the third website now. This is probably one of my favorite ones because it's based in the UK where I am. So if you're in the UK, this might be the one for you. I've got, you know, 3,044. It says designs, but it means products. I haven't made 3,044 designs, but basically every time you make a product, because you have to do it one by one on this website, whereas on RedBubble you can, you know, blanket the whole design onto a bunch of things with a few tweaks. But this, you make them one by one. And one of my favorite things about this website is everything is handmade. So the prices are higher, and the not the conversion rate, but the profit margin is a little better for you. So when you sell something, you get a bit more cash. So a t-shirt on here is basically around £29, and if we go back to RedBubble, a t-shirt, you know, £20.83. So you can see you get a tiny bit more back in your direction once you make them. And on Contrado they have 450 products. I think they have more than that actually, and you can upload your designs to all of them and add them all to your store. And yeah, I'm not going to go into all the 450 products, but you've got your basic t-shirts and hoodies and stuff, but you've also got jewelry, seating, home decor. There's tons of stuff on here. It's the most I've ever seen on any of the print-on-demand websites, and it's the one I use the most. So moving on now, this is my tertiary website actually. I've just sort of begin to, you know, add all me designs in here. I haven't done them all. I'm sort of very far behind, you know, compared to my RedBubble and my Contrado store. But Threadless has skateboards, and I haven't found those on any of the other sites. So if you're into that sort of thing and you want to design skateboards, let's see if we can find one here. Accessories. Where would that be then? Ah, there we go. Skateboards. Boom. So you don't get these on RedBubble, and you know, you can see there's tons, and I think there's a few skateboard options as well, so you can just do the deck only or the complete skateboard. So you've got a bit of freedom there when you're designing these things, and that's what I like most about Threadless website. Next up is Spreadshirt. Now I'd say this is my quaternary website. I haven't actually logged in here, so you can't see my stuff, but it's basically the same as all my other stuff on the other sites, but not as much again because, as I said before, it's my quaternary website and I don't use it as much as the others. But I learned about this first because I'm from a music background. I'm a DJ originally, and I was using this website to produce merch. So this is the one I came across first many years ago, before I was actually into print on demand. And it's very easy to use, you know, when you're uploading your designs, and you can, it's a bit like RedBubble, so you can, you know, put one design up and put it on a bunch of stuff in a relatively easy way. So moving on to the next one, we have Shopify. Now Shopify is different from these other sites because it's where you make your own store. It's not a print-on-demand site, but you make your own store and you integrate some of these companies into this website. So you'll see a couple of those coming up in the future. But you can also you can put your Contrado stuff onto your Shopify store with the dropshipping app. So there's, you know, you can do that there, and with Printful and Printify as well, you can do that with them. I'm not going to go into a hell of a lot of detail about this one because it's pretty straightforward. It basically gives you your own website to sell your own stuff through the Shopify platform, which has got its own, you know, advertising and marketing campaigns that work in the background for you. So moving on, similar again, this is Etsy. Now Etsy I'm brand new to. As you can see, I've only got 5 total views in the last week or whatever, because I've only got 2 products. And because Contrado is my main one, I was kind of hoping that I could integrate my Contrado designs into Etsy, but not at the moment. But you know, these things are all changing in the future, and Contrado is going through tons of changes at the moment. So hopefully there's going to be one of them where you can drop ship to multiple platforms, because you can just do Shopify on there at the moment. But Etsy is, it's got its own marketplace, and the ads on Etsy I found are really cheap. Basically you don't have to pay for them until somebody actually clicks on them, I believe, so don't quote me on that. But it works the same as Shopify. You know, you make your shop and you integrate these print on demand apps into them, and all your products will get listed on your shop. So moving on to the next one, we have TeePublic. Now I don't use TeePublic, but I probably will in the future, because I just plan to put all of my stuff on each of these things, because each of these websites has thousands and thousands of users, some millions, and they won't go to another platform. A lot of people are loyal to the platform they buy from, so I think it's quite important that you spread yourself across a few different print-on-demand websites, just so you can get the most out of your sales. Because, you know, TeePublic shoppers, they might not even know about Etsy, Shopify, Spreadshirt, Threadless, Contrado, or RedBubble or Teespring. So it's good to spread yourself a bit like that. And as well, with the RedBubble problems that are going on at the moment as well, it's definitely a good idea to spread yourself across a few different platforms. So next we have this new. Now this came up in a Facebook ad for me just recently. I've made one of the bomber jackets, but I haven't done too many stuff. I was just testing things out, but it looks good, and you've got a few different products that I haven't seen in any of the other print-on-demand websites. So you've got these bomber jackets that are proper bomber jackets, and you've got denim, which I haven't seen on the other websites, and this kind of leather jacket as well is really cool. I think that's the one I sort of sampled the website with and just tried things out with. So yeah, I'll definitely give this one a go if you're into sort of the street sort of fashion stuff, because you know, you can get a lot of that stuff on here. The two big ones, we have Printful, which is a print-on-demand platform where there's no marketplace, but you integrate your Printful app into your Shopify or your own website and sell there. But this is really good because they have a lot of products, and a lot of people use this, and as far as I know, the quality on this stuff is pretty good as well, and it can contest with some of the higher quality stuff. If we go in terms of quality, maybe I'll do that in another video. I'll do a quality rating in another video, because there's a lot of information there and I just think it's a bit too much for this video in particular. But yeah, you can see that if you make some products, I've forgotten how to use the bloody thing now. But if I just go to my my store, sorry, let's go to my store. You can see how it works. So yeah, you can choose to integrate it into all of these different sites, including Wix. So I'll be doing that shortly. I'll show you just a bit further on in the video what I plan to do with this, but you can see there's a lot of integration where you can put a lot of this stuff on. So it's a really good platform. Oh, I've already done it, but there's some sort of error, so we'll have to sort that out at a later date, but it's not important. Printify is exactly the same, I would say, in terms of the way it works. There's no marketplace here. Oh, well, I'm not going to fill in with the details there. I can't be bothered right now, but it works exactly the same as Printful. There's no marketplace. You just make the products and then you put them either to your own website, or you can upload to Etsy, Shopify, and sell that way. There's a lot of websites out there. This is just 15 different ones that I've chosen to show you today. I may choose to show you 15 more in the future. Who knows? But if we move on quickly, Zazzle. Now, Zazzle I don't use, but a lot of people in my Facebook group, I'll list that in the description below if you want to come and join the Facebook group, but it's mostly for Contrado Store owners. But a couple of my store owners in that group use Zazzle as well, and they do quite well on there. So it's basically the same as all the other websites. There's not much, you know, difference here. I'm not sure how many products they have in total, but you know, it's probably around the 100 mark, I'm guessing. Next up, Society 6. Let's go into there. Now again, a lot of my Contrado Facebook group users, they use Society 6 as well, and a lot of other people who use RedBubble use Society 6 as well. It's one of those, it's one of the first ones basically, and you can see the range of items there. It's got a basic range. It's not massive, but it's got a little bit of everything you can see there, you know, including furniture, and I haven't seen benches anywhere else really. So this is quite cool if you're into this stuff, and look at the price on those. You can definitely earn a good profit margin if you sell on Zazzle. Sorry, Society 6. Now the next one, this is just my own website, but I'm just using this for an example that you can use your own website to integrate the Printful, Printify and the Contrado stores to upload your own designs to your own website and sell them that way. Now I haven't set up the shop here. I've had a little look into it, and it's just going to take a bit of work, so when I do that completely, I'll show you how I've done that. I've got a Wix website, so things might work a little differently depending on who supplied you with your domain, so just keep that in mind, and do your research if you know you want to integrate certain apps into certain stuff, because certain stuff might not work. For example, if I've got my if I go into my digital art here, you can see I've got 2 stores here, but these are just pictures, and it's basically because the RedBubble what's it called, the HTML code is HTML code basically, and this Wix only runs JavaScript, so I just use a simple screenshot of it there, and if you click that, that will take you to my RedBubble store. So, and the same here with Threadless as well. I'm not sure if they've got a JavaScript version either, so I've just put those 2 on there just for now. But you can see that you can turn one of your web pages into a whole shop page, and you know, it'll work for you like that. So next up is Pillow Profits. Now this one I'm fairly new to, but I'm really interested in because of this. I like the shoes. Now Contrado have shoes, but not like this. They have more handmade beach stuff, whereas this is streetwear, and if you're into that kind of stuff, these are really good. And they have, this is not just all they have quite a lot of stuff, including like the fleece blankets and the snoods and stuff. So there's quite a lot on here that isn't on the other sites. So like I said before, stretch yourself across a few different ones and get yourself some good products, because the way you're going to make money is not by selling t-shirts. I'll come to that in another video, big importance, but I'm kind of shying away from just selling just t-shirts because there's no profit in there. You know, $2 a t-shirt or less than £2 a t-shirt is just, I'm not interested in that really. I want to make a bit more money and make it worth my time. So try not to concentrate too much on t-shirts, spread yourself across, and yeah, get yourself on a bunch of products that, you know, aren't that popular, and you can really make an impact if you make ads surrounding products that no one's seen before. So, and Pillow Profits is a really good one for that. Okay, so that's all of them. So if you've got anything to ask or anything like that, just pop it down in the comments section below. I'm more than happy to answer. I like to heart and answer as many as I can. In the early stages of my YouTube channel, I can do that, so I've got the time to go around and, you know, answer all of your questions and stuff. And I'm more than happy to have any Contrado guys jump in the Contrado group. And also, if you've got a Contrado store, I've also got a shared board on Pinterest, which I will link in the description below, which you can join and post your Contrado products to that board, because a shared board is worth so much more than an individual board when it comes to Pinterest. But I've got all the details about that in another video, so just look for that on the YouTube page. But anyways, I bid you all a good day, and I hope to see you very soon. Take care and good luck.